Good morning, everyone. Let's dive right in.
Sounds good to me.
So today we're looking at Isaiah chapter 55, verses 8 and 9,
Okay.
and we're going to kind of view it through this devotional entry.
Right.
And the theme, I think, for us is trusting in something bigger than ourselves.
That sounds good. Yeah.
All right, so why don't we just jump right in, and I'll read the passage. It says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways, my ways."
Mm.
So, interesting.
Yeah, I think what's really fascinating about this passage is that it comes from the book of Isaiah.
Right.
And Isaiah was this prophet who brought messages of hope to the Israelites
Okay.
when they were, exiled from their homeland.
Right.
So imagine like your whole world is falling apart, everything you knew is gone.
Yeah.
And then you hear these words like as a promise.
Right. That there's a bigger plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And the devotional really emphasizes that point, I think, like surrendering to God's guidance, even when we don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
It's very hard. It's a very human response, though, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
To want to be in control,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
especially when you don't know what lies ahead. But yeah, the devotional reminds us that we're limited,
Right.
We don't see the full picture.
Right. We only see our tiny little part of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of, stories from the Bible,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
like the story of Joseph.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, talk about a guy who had some tough breaks,
He did. He had it rough.
Sold into slavery, falsely accused, imprisoned. It's like,
Oh,
when does it end?
it seemed hopeless
Yeah,
at the time.
totally.
Yeah.
But all of those events,
Right.
they led him to this position of power
Right.
where he ultimately saved his family
Yes.
and his people. And it's like, looking back, we can see God's hand in it,
Right.
weaving this tapestry that Joseph couldn't possibly imagine.
It's amazing
Yeah.
when you look at it that way. You think, like, what if some of the things I'm going through now
Exact.
that I think are setbacks are actually like
A bigger plan.
part of this?
Yeah.
A much more beautiful design.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? And it's not just, it's not just a Christian idea. You know what I mean?
Right?
This idea of trusting in a higher plan,
Yeah.
even when it doesn't make sense.
You see it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of wisdom traditions, this idea of surrender, and just asking that question, what if there's more to this story than I can see?
Right. That's powerful. So, I mean, the devotional actually challenges us
Okay.
to think about times in our own lives when we felt that tension
Yeah.
of like wanting to be in control, but then letting go
Right.
led to something better.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you think of a time like that where something you thought was really a disappointment at the time turned out to be like a total blessing?
It's funny because those are the moments that build our faith the most, I think.
Yeah.
It's like we're given these little glimpses of the tapestry
Yeah.
from the underside,
Okay.
enough to see that even the messy knots,
Right. Yeah.
they're all part of a bigger design.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful way to look at it. So how do we cultivate that trust?
That's the million-dollar question.
It is. The devotional ends with a prayer,
Okay.
and it says, Lord, help me to trust your plans even when I don't understand them. Amen.
It's a good one. It reminds us that, surrender isn't passive,
Right.
right? It's not just giving up.
Oh.
It's an active choice to align ourselves with something bigger than ourselves.
A wisdom beyond our own. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that. So maybe this week we can try to approach things with that prayer in mind.
I think that'd be a good practice.
Yeah. As you go about your day, think about that. There's a grand design unfolding.
Even amidst the chaos.
Yes. Even amidst the chaos. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
May your day be filled with peace and a sense of wonder
And trust.
and trust.